tax and taxpayers are always into the discussion. And amid all these discussion that how much government will pay and how much government will charge a tax on a particular community, because this is the election year, a new news has erupted, which is a very positive news, that more people have started contributing as a direct taxpayer. Hello everyone, welcome to the In News series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about direct tax and indirect tax and why this tendency is rising that people are more contributing to a direct tax. So this session is important for GS3 perspective. Moving towards the points of discussion part. First of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we'll have a brief discussion on direct tax, then indirect tax, then we'll have observation that what new report and what new news is saying about the observation of tendency of direct taxes, and then we are going to discuss practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. Moving to the news part. So, India's net direct tax collection surged by a massive 17.7% year on year of rupees 19.58 crore in the fiscal year which has ended March 2024. And this shows a very positive sign towards the economy that people are more aware about the taxes and they have developed this tendency to pay more to the government. So this is that India's net direct taxes has increased by 17.7, which is a huge rise. So this news we are going to discuss in today's session, and why it has erupted we'll discuss further. Then first we'll go to the direct tax. What is direct tax? So because direct tax has been increased, so it's very important first to know about that what is direct tax. So direct tax is a tax which is which can be imbibed on any individual or a company. But the thing is that you cannot transfer this tax to anybody. It means that if any entity is there and if direct tax is imbibed and imposed onto certain person or certain entity, then that individual and that particular entity has to pay the tax. They cannot transfer it to anybody and they have to directly pay it to the government. So this is the brief definition of the direct tax. And it is progressive in nature. It means that the person who is earning a small amount of money, they have to pay taxes accordingly and according to their salary, according to their income. So this is the brief about that why this is a progressive, because here there will be no disadvantage to a person who is earning less and who have to pay more taxes. So that's why it is called as a progressive tax. And it has also negative impact on inflation, because when people are more contributing to the direct tax, it means that inflation is into the control. And here are the example of direct taxes: individual income tax, corporate income tax, capital gains tax, estate tax and property tax. So coming to the indirect tax, because it's also very much important to understand this thing, because in examination they ask question about the direct tax and indirect tax, and sometimes they ask the differentiation also. So it's very important to know that what is indirect tax. So unlike the direct tax, indirect tax can be imposed on anybody, but that can be collected by anybody. It means that if you are purchasing a biscuit packet and there is a tax onto that biscuit packet, so that is collected by the retailer and they will pay to the government. So that's why it is called as the indirect tax. And it is also called as regressive tax. And why it is called as regressive tax? Because here, suppose that if you are purchasing a biscuit or a chocolate of 20 rupees, and suppose that 20% we have to pay taxes on it. So here they will not see that you are earning 10,000 or you are earning 10 lakhs. If you are purchasing certain amount of a chocolate or a biscuit or any commodity, then you have to pay 20% on it. So that's why it is called as regressive, because it does not see that how much income you are generating and how much you have to pay. So that's why this is a regressive in nature. And it has also impact on inflation. If there will be more rise in indirect tax, it means that inflation is rising in the market. And here are few examples. sales tax, excise tax, value added tax, gross receipt. So this is the brief example of indirect taxes and why it is called as indirect tax and what is the difference between the direct tax and indirect tax. So direct tax you can pay directly to the government and it depends on your income, that how much your income is. On the other hand, indirect tax is collected by the manufacturer and retailers, and here your income will not be considered. So this is the basic difference between the direct tax and indirect tax. One is progressive in nature and second is regressive in nature. So coming to the next one, that what would be the observation. So India's net direct tax collection grew by 17.7% in 2023 to 2024 financial year. And how much it has grown? So it has grown by 19.58 lakh crore. And how much it was estimated? So it was estimated around 18 crore. So what is the surge here? So there is a surge in personal income tax. So these are the reasons that people have started to producing and started to investing more in various you can see the online marketing, share marketing. So there are two factors which are responsible for this kind of situation. The first thing is that surge in the direct tax and the other is the security market and security exchange. So what we have seen that right now so many people are investing in mutual funds, demat accounts, and so many things are happening in security and share market area. So if you'll start investing in these areas, you have to pay the taxes. So because of that, we can see that there is a surge in direct tax and people have started more spending onto these things, and they have also given taxes into all these things. So these are the two reasons. And here we can also see another data. Another data is that corporate tax has shrank, and it has shrank from 49.6% to 46.5%. And why it is so? Because government has reduced the corporate tax. Earlier it was 30%, but right now it is just 22%. So because of that, we can see the decrease in the corporate tax. And because of this also we can see today is the positive growth towards the direct tax, and it also shows that inflation is into the control, the market situation is into control, and this is the election year. So that's why people love to invest in the share market thing. So that's why people have also started contributing to the direct taxes. And also the awareness has also increased. The government measures have become strict so that people can pay their taxes directly, and the government had also refunded so many taxes to the people also. So it's vice versa. Coming to the question part. So the question is on to the sales tax, and here you have to find out that sales tax is a part of direct tax or indirect tax. Coming to the first statement, it is a consumption tax levied on the sales of goods and services. And the second one is sales tax varies by state and even local governments. Here you have to answer in the correct statement. Kindly answer in the comment section. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.